Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. Today, I have James with me. I don't have Lucas or Dan
Oh, fuck. I thought something was missing.
because they're weak gutted dogs. But, you got a couple of leeches together. So, a couple of leeches, a couple of bloodsuckers, James. How you been?
Um, yeah, I've been horrible. Been James losing, which we'll get to in accountability. Paris season on the rocks, and I've even found myself addicted to those TikToks that are like Reddit stories, but you're watching like a Subway Surfer in the background.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've just been watching a lot of them recently. So life is at a
Wow.
rock bottom.
Dark times, I see. Yeah, I know. Para obviously not helping out at the moment, but we move on. We move on. Um, Obviously Dan and Lucas not here. Lucas has work thing. Dan has a birthday thing. Look, do we really we lose anything from not having him here? I don't know.
Oh, I like that Lucas talks for about an hour straight, and we get to
Yeah,
say about 5 minutes. So
yeah, no, that's true. That is true. So hopefully you can you like this podcast more. Maybe me and James do a side thing. Maybe we break off and who knows.
cut the dead weight, you reckon?
Yeah, oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. Let the comment section decide. We'll get straight into it, James. Accountability. Everyone lost. We all suck. Has been a little bit between last win, I think maybe 2 weeks. Lucas had Omni Man paying $2.50, was pretty average. So I'm sure he would have put up an excuse to why it lost, but he's not here. So we'll go into Leachy's lock. Oren Will. I picked this because of the name bet. It was pretty average as well. It was a favorite. It ended up blowing out to maybe third or fourth favorite, and it performed like that.
So obviously I wasn't here last week. Did you pick that after Lucas picked Omni Man, so that way you could have Iron Man combining the two bets?
Wait, that's pretty fucking genius, but no, I didn't. I picked it, Grandpa's name, and then also Billy Egan was on board, so it was a double Will Bill special. Didn't win, so well, Dan's dumb decision. Are we all surprised? It lost again. He was actually let down by his own team, the Dragons. He had Matildas, Roosters, and I think the Warriors. Pretty easy bets. Dragons, probably the dumbest of the decision. Um, Jim, Jam. It was close.
Yeah, it's very close. And when the Melbourne Storm were putting a score on the Raiders, I thought, oh, surely their best try scorer, one of their best outside backs, scores a try here. But no. And so now I think I've got to like scratch Xavier's off the people that I trust in the world. So Professor X, I'm coming after you.
I mean, as you said, like they score 40 points, and you expect both wingers to get up, but it's surprising how often this happens.
Yeah, it's usually like a Ronnie, someone
Yeah,
that'll pit me, but I don't know where I went wrong.
it's all right, James. Always next week, and as they say, keep hunting.
Keep punted.
All right. Well, we'll get into the next part. It's horse racing. Oh wait, Lucas is a horse guru. He's not here, so blame Lucas. No horse racing. We got nothing. I got nothing. I think he said a couple of the horses had good trials. That's about all I've got.
Yeah, he was on the group chat earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about the trials, going, "Oh man, that's really hot." But I can't say I'm that invested. I
Yeah.
like
No.
when they win races, but and just run races in general, but not trials.
I like when they win me money, James.
Yeah.
That's important.
Not too often.
Yeah, no. Gamble responsible. On to what I think this podcast should all we just stick to this. The Matildas, mate. How good's the Matildas? Because mate, it's get me going watching the Matildas play and beat the French. I'm sure everyone's heard about it, but we won. We won in a penalty shootout. My heart was on the line. I like obviously we're watching. We had the two screens going, James, and I really didn't care for it until that penalty shootout came out. And oh, mate, it was something else.
Yeah, look, it's not too often that I watch a full 90 minutes, let alone 20 minutes plus the penalty shootout. But I found myself watching it more than I was watching the rugby league
Yeah, I think it was
on
the
the main screen.
Tigers playing, so
Yeah,
that
good
does help.
point. But yeah, then we switched it over. went to extra time because the Tigers Warriors game was pretty much over. I'm like, oh, you don't mind, and you extra time. We're on the edge of our seat, just going back and forth. We're thinking, can we? We really don't want it to go to penalties. Imagine the heartbreak.
Do we dare to dream?
While Dream Buller's on the field producing magic, can the Tillies produce magic to help my dream? But goes into the penalties. And I was shitting myself. Brendan?
Yeah, I was too. The goalkeeper, Arnold. Sorry, I don't remember your first name, but I will after the next game, trust me. But Arnold, wow, she killed it. Finding out today off the Halley Sports Boys, she's actually deaf. Well, she's got
Hearing impairment,
hearing
yes.
impairment. Yeah, she's got hearing aids, doesn't have the hearing aids in the field, so she probably can barely hear the crowd screaming at her. But she saved like so many. There were so many opportunities for us to win, and I kept going, nah, we've done it. We're toast, mate. It's all over. It's all over. And then at once, I think at fifth, she stopped it, and then it was her turn to kick, and we're going, surely we got someone better at kicking goals than a goalkeeper, and she missed. But then redemption when she finally saved the one of the shots twice.
Oh yeah, I think that was like the 7th or 8th.
Yeah, it went for how many times? Like 10 or
10
something? Yeah.
total. It's the highest ever in a women's World Cup.
That is absolutely
But I love World Cups in general. Like whether it be the Rugby World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, or just any basketball, because punters like me and you that have very limited knowledge on the sport other than enjoying it, we become experts. Me and you were sitting on this lounge going, why are they bringing the goalkeeper in at 5th? You just got to get in her head if she misses, and then she did miss, and we're like, how's she going to get mentally back in it? But she did.
did. To her credit, she did, and she came out the hero because I think beating them that like equals our best ever finish in a World Cup. Like,
Yeah.
well, isn't it
no,
our best?
I think this is our best
Yeah,
already.
like I mean, bloody hell, how good's that? We're now versing the Poms, and mate,
That'll be tomorrow for us. Yesterday
it
for
will
the
have already
listeners.
happened for the listeners. Hopefully, the girls can get it up against the Poms. They're all be
Yeah, I've heard Piers Morgan is still crying from the Ashes retaining that we spectacularly pulled off, and he's trying to get his hopes up for this game. If we could knock him down a peg again, geez, that would be.
oh mate, I would love it. Look, good luck to the Matildas. I know they've already played, but we will be definitely watching and we'll be cheering you on. So good luck, and
And then the like when we beat them,
where we beat them,
we play
the Poms.
Sunday. So by the time we're talking again, we'll have won the World Cup.
Oh, we will have won the World Cup, and hopefully they get the public holiday going because I might sink a couple beers on Sunday if.
That's well, like Chris Minns has come out, and I think he said that if we win it, which we will.
Which we will.
So that means we've had a public holiday on Mondays.
Hopefully, and talking about Australian sports, James, good segue. The Boomers. Talking about World Cups, the Boomers are starting their World Cup pre-games, the trials. They defeated Venezuela 97-41, and it's just more to look forward to. Giddy, Paddy Mills, Ingram. We got some good players in our team, and
Where's Ben Simmons?
Ben who? But no, it's good to see the Australians doing well. We get I think Brazil next as well in the
Yeah, did you
finals.
hear about that? And it even links back to the Matildas game. So they have pushed their game earlier in the day, so that way they can watch the Tillies.
Oh mate, yeah, that's Australian for you. That's fucking true blue Australians wanted to finish the game early so they can watch the Tillies because everyone's getting on the board with the Tillies, mate.
We've got Oztag tomorrow. Do we know what time that is? Can we call that off
Call
early?
it off. Call it off. Someone talk to the Oztag officials. Call it off.
Back her up.
Back her up. Well, James, Australian greats. We're talking Australian sports. Live golf. I don't know if you've seen Cam Smith, not the Melbourne hooker, the golfer Cam Smith wins his third Live Golf tournament match, and he wins the first for his team, the Ripper GC. I love the name.
Yeah, so I didn't watch much of the tournament. I did see him hit a fucking cart
Yeah.
path without making a fucking sound. Like, jeez,
Didn't hit like
the pr-
pretty much any of the cart path either.
oh,
Like it was
the
just
precision. But and then I did hear that he was leading, and it looked like he pretty much had it sewn up going into the last day. Um, just what a phenomenal golfer. I strive to be like him. I think I'm only like one or two 30 shots or 50 shots behind him, but
Look, I mean, we're both average golfers, but like seeing him with that mullet blowing just makes you dream.
yeah,
Makes you dream of being a great
if
like him.
if just a young Aussie battler like him
Yeah.
could hit it on the world stage, worth millions of dollars thanks to Live Golf.
Yeah, he won 4 mil for that match.
It's just barely even a fucking drop into the savings. What did he
Yeah,
get? Like 140 sign on or something?
he can probably buy West Tigers 10 times over.
If anyone on this earth actually wants.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a sinking ship. Almost stuttered there while I did, but we'll continue. Anything else on Cam Smith other than he's a Aussie legend, mate?
It'd be good to see him back when the Live and World and PGA
PGA, yeah.
recombined, and he's beaten the best that now will take these. Still always a chance in the
The Grand Slam.
yeah, it's not the Grand Slams, but there's the major tournament.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're great golfers, and I think we could learn a couple things from Cam Smith. I'm going to start using my free woods on the cart path, and hopefully I can, you
Maybe,
know, maybe drive off deck as well.
maybe that's our problem. Like we're so concerned about we get a free relief draw.
Yeah,
Just play it
start
as it lies.
playing as it lies. Happy Gilmore it. If you're going to learn anything from this podcast today, just
Play it
fuck
as it lies.
play it as it lies and whack the fuck out of it. This segment, right? It's been missing for a couple weeks, but it's back, and I know you love start bench cut, mate.
I do love this one. One of my favorites. One of the only ones that comes back to me all the time, and
Yeah.
I like it because I don't have to think too much. It's just bang, bang, bang.
Well, you've got this one by default, as there is no Dan and no Lucas, so it's all down to you, James. And I got some doozies for you. It's Australians, famous Australians, how you want to say it. So start bench cut, famous Australians. Let's go, James. Now I've got Cam Smith, Sam Kerr, and Josh Giddey.
All right, so I'll run through it. Unfortunately, I cut Giddy
Ooh,
because I think the other two are at least top 5 athletes in their respective sports. Giddy is good and he's improving, but only fresh into the NBA. A couple of years, he's impressing everyone. But give him time until he wins us a World Cup. Then,
hopefully.
but then you gotta start Sammy Kerr. We're all aboard the Tillies train here.
We are.
Are you listening, coach? That I don't know the name of the Tillies. You gotta start Sam Kerr. Stop playing her off the bench. The calf's good now. And then Cam Smith will be on my bench. Handy, probably one of the top 5 best golfers in the world. Yeah,
He's good to be off the bench,
good to be off.
And he can, as we've talked earlier, he can hit off the cart path. He can do what you want
he-
off the bench. He's a utility of all utilities.
He could hit his drive off the bench.
Yeah, he could.
Sitting down.
Mate, yeah. I like it. Good picks. I thought it was going to be a tough one, but I also think the next one is going to be tough, Jay. We got some famous actors, and we have Hugh Jackman, Margot Robbie, and Russell Crowe.
All right. Hard. I know who my start is. Might get that out of the way first.
Ooh,
I'll start Russell Crowe. Fucking love Gladiator.
love Rusty.
Love
Rusty.
Love that. I love that his successful 40s football club brought him back from the death, and now he's just got a fucking massive dad bod. What a legend! That's
What a
the
man.
dream.
That's a man's man.
Like nobody wants to buy the Tigers, but he went out and he bought South.
Yeah.
Um, Now the tricky one. So they're both hot.
This is true. This is true.
Both actors,
This is true. This is true.
both Australian darlings.
This is also very true. Yes. One can sing.
It w-
I don't know if
I mean,
Margot Robbie
Margot
can
could be.
sing.
One's Barbie and one's Green. Both
Mm.
toys that did play with as a kid. We'll keep Margot on my bench. Can't cut her.
Yeah,
And then I'll cut Hugh Jackman because he's the Wolverine and he's healing.
Ah,
So, you'll be right.
you're a genius. You know, I mean, I can't believe you didn't start Margot. That's
Yeah.
that's me, man.
You just see Russell in a Gladiator.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll thumbs up that. Yeah, look on to the next one, James. That was tough. James, now the hardest one of the lot.
Don't scare me.
Couple of Australian icons here. We got Dan and Lucas from the Couch Commentators. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna start the and.
Yep, and can start. Yeah.
But well, my bench is looking pretty full. I
Yeah.
might just is it alright if I just happen to cut Dan and Lucas?
I can't say why not. Honestly, you know, I'm down for it.
Because I want to take the spaces in between the and.
Oh
the
yeah,
names,
put them on
and
the
put
bench.
them on my bench.
Yeah.
And then I'll cut Dan and Lucas.
Okay, that's fair. Look, I haven't even noticed they got James. Oh, I have not
Me
noticed.
A couple of loud laughs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Look, maybe a little bit of horse racing here or there. You know, a bit of Tigers, Dragons dribble.
Fuck, we don't.
Oh, mate. Speaking of Tigers, Dragons dribble, segue on all segues here. We're on to the NRL talk. We're on to the NRL talk. You know, a bit of stuff to talk about. Signing news. We got Tigers and Titans.
So the Tigers got their halves last week.
Oh yeah,
That was after the podcast. So a lot of the
That was
guys may have
my,
already had pub chats about this. Haven't really got to talk to you about it too much.
Yep.
Sullivan and Caesar.
Double S.
Yeah, double
Is that a
S.
sign? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Neo-Nazis?
No. No. I think for any spine, it usually takes a couple years to kind of gel. Unfortunately, Caesar doesn't have many years left on his car.
Especially when he signed a 1 year deal.
Yeah.
Mention. I think it might be club based.
I do think it's more of a temporary fix. So,
Yeah.
look, Sullivan could be the future, but I think they're obviously waiting on Latu to develop a bit more, get a bit stronger, a bit bigger.
I'm keen to see Caesar back because right now, of the best halves, game away from looking for him.
Very true.
He fits the bill. He's early 30s.
Yep.
Been around the block.
How was he going in England? Was he doing all right?
Can't say.
Can't
too much
say,
attention, but
yeah.
I'd imagine he was.
Yeah, I can assume
He pretty
was
much
getting
went
picked
there
up.
after the after taking camp.
Yeah, that is crazy that he just so long goodbye. I don't remember saying good luck. The Simpsons man. But no, good for the Tigers. Onto the Titan signings. They've re-signed David for Foyta.
Foyta.
And they also re-sign their captain, Tino Fa'asuamala Awi. Thank you for the pronunciation.
Yeah, I'll just now on say what he said.
Was it 10 years?
So yeah, the Tino one, 10 years, 1.2. It's the total amount of money because it's $12 million contract.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the exact number of Bafida, but I think it's around the million mark as well. But for less years, should have done more research on
Yeah, I
that.
think it's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, which is probably, to be honest, that's both options are sort of smart. Like now guaranteed to $10 million richer
Yeah.
after his career finishes, where for Feeder, his contract's probably going to come up around the time that there's new CBA and stuff, and all of a sudden we go through that drama again, and he could get a nice pay increase to
This
he
is
could be on
what I'm
1.5 or something
thinking.
then.
Like, I know, obviously, yeah, the pay increases could like change, but do we think a lot of money on two forwards?
Hey, if like teams like Parramatta has to like lose players because
Hmm.
they're heavy cap around their spine, what's this going to do to them with a heavy forward pack?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, who are they going to sign as a halfback? If you sign $1 million halfback, there goes almost all your salary caps on a half and two forwards.
Yeah,
The
like
other people have to be on like the bare minimums to be able to get through. And I don't know about you, but I think a good spine can lead a team to success. I don't know about uh, a good forward pack. Obviously, still need the halves.
well, that's I think they came out and said that they sometimes do prems in
Yeah,
and yeah halves win prem.
do you think Desi can take them to that?
I think he definitely could get them thereabouts.
Hmm.
Their team is blessed with freakish. It's always been the consistency events. I got to say that at least this year, the two most consistent players have been Peter and Team. And one plus side, the feeder getting $1 million, almost like expensive outside back or back, because his tries. He's not just a battler. He's the main focus point of their attack.
He was on like 1.2, so did he get a
No,
fucking
so
decrease?
well, yeah. So if you remember correctly, he actually re-signed at the start of the year, like
Yeah.
800, because he'd had that big $1.2 contract. That finish, well, it was due to finish at the end. Re-signed, around like repaying a bit of faith. Because he hadn't had the best time. Well, he was on the huge amount of money, and it was probably a fair evaluation. But then since then, he's got better and better, and all of a sudden, his worth is back up there.
Yeah, this year he's found some good form outside foreign, just getting some decent ball for once. Been back to his best when I reckon he was probably before that his best was maybe at Brisbane when he first was getting signed for the $1 million contract.
Yeah,
But it is looking good and promising for the future of the Titans. Other big signing, well, re-signing it is. It has been speculated he's going to Sydney, he's going here, he's going there, going to Melbourne even. Payne Haas re-signs with the Broncos.
yeah. Well, I guess we now know what the expensive player, especially an expensive front rower, is worth because he signed for the exact same as Tino. A lot shorter term, but 1.2 over 3 years. Um, you're a Broncos fan, you're absolutely cheering. A Roosters fan, you're probably using money to wipe your tears. And if you're Melbourne, who cares?
Yeah.
But great signing for the Broncos. But I between him and Reece Walsh, and imagine Reynolds maybe has another year or two. Their premiership.
Are you surprised that they kept the man, kept him?
Oh,
I'm a little.
I wonder how they're gonna balance it. Reece Walsh is on peanuts.
They
Went
would
over there to
Ezra Man wouldn't
Ezra
be on
Man.
too
I think
much.
I heard
Hmm.
like Walsh might be on like 400 pay under back there. That won't keep that won't keep flying under the.
I'm thinking like well, as you said, the premiership window is very small because like they're gonna have to re-sign both of those two on like 600 to 800 each.
Yeah, like they're already
It's gonna be
losing
rough.
Begler and fine work.
Sorry, Herbie.
Yeah, but
Actually, talking about, he's a big fan of the podcast. He has seen our Instagram story. He's liked our Instagram story. Good bloke,
yeah,
Herbie,
he-
and Paddy Carrigan as well. So
but
yeah, you,
oh,
you
don't tell me
follow
we're big
the
in the
Broncos.
Broncos.
None
Out,
of us support the Broncos,
out,
but they support us.
out of 30 lists, 30 of them are in the Broncos top 30.
Payne Haas is actually listening right now.
And
Telling us some of
you
your
know,
one
I
more.
think you're worth actually 1.6. So
Yeah,
taking a massive pay cut. You're a
and
weak dog for it.
and we can be your friends if you want. We always good having rich friends, James. On to not somber, but some more. It's retirement talk. Look, I was sad to see this news when it came up on my screen. Jared the Goat Croker, we call him the Goat. Our mates have we've always teed him up to be better than, you know. He's got all the point scoring records in the world. Never got picked for Origin or Australia, but he's just been so consistent at scoring tries, and it's sad to see the goat go, James. Jared the Goat Croker.
Just quickly search up the depth. Club legend, Atla. I just want to.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's his picture. Jeez,
It's Jared Croker.
Jared Crow. Also, just search up goal kicking mastermind. Oh crap! You actually search
Adam
Adam
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Oh, wow. Oh no, Jared Croker is above him.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds is just below at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
but show me a photo of the unlucky guy to not get the most points in the history.
Oh.
It's still Jared Croker.
Jared Croker.
But yeah, loved Croak's career. Just if look, if he played for Para, I would probably have his name on the back of my shirt. Like he's that type of player. The fans love him. And we're fans of other teams and we love him. The photo that put up when I tell everyone my future losing bet when I was dressed up as him at the pub.
Yep.
Yeah, what a career. Glad he got to go out with 300 games.
That's a great plus as well.
And like, to be honest, Raiders have really missed him when he's not there this year.
They went on a bit of a winning streak when he came back.
Yeah, like I was thinking about it today, like talking about hearing podcasts and radios, talking about the Raiders, sort of looking really scratchy. Could even, if everything went wrong, could drop out of the eight.
Yeah.
But it's almost co-aligned with like these last couple of weeks where they've had scratchy wins and stuff, and then the big pumping by Melbourne. Croker's not there.
No goat, no Raiders. It's a pity he didn't get the grand final win because of that 6 again call. But we digress. We digress. More retirement talk. This came up on my screen and I wasn't sad. I was laughing. Apparently, TPJ is considering retiring to take up boxing full time.
Yeah, sorry, when I put that out there, a lot more he say she says. It looks pretty much done now, just in the last hour or so before coming in. But I like bashing plays. Instead, I'll bash a coach.
Okay, sweet.
Frederick Fittler. You picked this guy, play for a fucking proud state. He doesn't even know if he doesn't want to play football, let alone represent his state. He wanted to play for fucking Queensland a year ago. Fuck me. All right.
Enough unleashing on Freddie. Look, hats off to him if his heart's not in the game anymore, which his performances haven't been too crash hot lately. Yeah, I guess see how he goes in boxing. I don't know how his record is. I haven't really seen him fight before. He's a big boy though, so assuming he's just going to chase some money in the no limit boxing ring with Georgie Rose.
See, like he can only last, I think, 20 something minutes this weekend. So, as far as time wise, the boxing ring would help.
Perfect.
Yeah, can't imagine him ever gassing out in a sport like boxing.
Yeah, me either. Me either. Do you think he has a bit of career in boxing? You think he's gonna
Oh, he'll
anything like Paul Gallen was? I don't
oh
know. I don't know if he has
possibly.
the ticker.
I reckon you get a few fights with no limit for the spectacle.
Yeah.
The guy is massive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like obviously testing for like all stuff like that and be passing. So he's a genetic freak. Would I want to get punched from him? Hell no. Would another heavyweight boxer be able to take it? Maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Probably have to give him 3 fights before we sort of see what's going to happen with career choice.
Hats off to him. Good luck. Good luck, TPJ. I also like as soon as I seen it, I thought maybe he's just trying to get out of his contract and then give it like 2 fights, those 2, 3 fights. If he doesn't go too well, just go, yeah, Roosters might sign me or a better club might sign me and playing 20 minutes for, say, a Penrith like he did the grand final year or last year.
Um,
Yeah.
that's on. Do Panthers sign him again this year?
I think if he gets out of his contract, he is probably talk to his manager, and they probably have something on the cards. I don't want to, tip for hats off. I don't want to put that in his words in his mouth, but I would say yes. Tip our hats back on. He is, yeah, he's 100%. There's no doubt.
So, all right. So expect that news in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you heard it
Also,
first.
Yeah, you heard it here first. A Couch Commentators exclusive.
Beautiful.
PPJ, all a facade, wanted to get out of the shit club, the Dogs, and win another comp, probably Penrith.
Yep. Or Cronulla.
He had some decent time at the Broncos as well. That's an option.
Yeah, yeah. You could do a Marty to power roll, just play a couple minutes here there. But on to the next part of the NRL talk. Referees always coming up with something wrong. Usually the bunker is the main part that people like to blow up at. James, I'll let you take over because, mate, it's getting beyond a joke. Beyond a joke.
So, due to family reasons, I wasn't watching much of the Melbourne game. Sort of jump in the car after, did what had to be done, and hear him blowing up about this.
Versus Manly Penrith.
Oh man,
Yeah,
sorry, got Melbourne on the mind. Fuck
yeah.
Melbourne. But Manly Penrith. Jump in the car on the way back, and I hear the comment absolutely blowing up Deluxe. It's just a knock on. What on earth are they seeing up there? Go home, fucking look it up, and knock on. What on earth are they seeing up there? It's just. Then was it the Dragons game as well?
Dragons House,
Yeah,
yeah.
the offside. Annesley comes out and defends it with a camera angle from a bit of a weird angle that supposedly makes him look onside, but it's like, well, what about the other one that shows him a mile off? Are we meant to just disregard that? Why can't we put a line on the field?
And he's coming out saying, "Stop bashing the referee. Stop doing this. Stop doing that." Mate, someone's got to be held accountable. I don't know if you heard it last week, but Lucas was talking about they have, how the coach and the captain gets interviewed. The referees should have or the bunker should have a 5-minute interview where we get to blast them with a couple questions.
A referee press conference.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Or even better, because journos will be weak. You know who won't be weak? The coaches of the teams.
Yeah.
After the coaches get talked to by the journos, and the referee jumps in front of the two coaches and they bombard him with questions about the course in the
Imagine
game.
Ricky Stewart just blowing her.
Oh, mate. He supposedly went off Deluxe again this week after
Yeah,
they got bumped. I
absolutely bumped.
didn't catch that.
Yeah, look, anytime Ricky blows up, it's good. It's good for the league, good for the spirit, good for that. But yeah, no, refs always reffing bad. It seems to be the same thing every week. One call will change the game, almost change an outcome. We shouldn't bash them as much as we do. We are a sport of bashing referees, to be honest. Just look at the Fafita brothers, On to the next. We talked about the Penrith Manly game. This is a fucking hilarious thing to see. A bit of a nah bra from Dylan Edwards when Ruben Garrick goes to do a kicking duel with him. James, you see that? That was fucking gold.
Yes, this was the other thing they were talking about on the radio. So
Yeah.
yeah, I went back and had a look through, and wow, yeah, he's not just a Narborough. They scored a try. The try shouldn't count.
Yeah,
Shouldn't count.
that is dog.
Just shouldn't count.
Dylan Edwards needs to be held accountable. Talk about refs being held accountable. That's dog.
He should have jumped up in front of Garrick. Garrick should have fucking asked him the serious questions, like, "What are you doing with your life? Kick the ball back to me, please."
Kick it back. I mean, I honestly I don't know what the point of a kicking duel was ever. Like, I don't, just, it's funny to see. I would have loved to see them actually kick it back and forth a couple times.
So, as far as I know, the idea used to be, fuck, everyone's trying to hit each other, so let's give the ball back to him and keep hitting him. So no one wanted to run.
Yeah.
And then,
I can't believe like this was obviously a tactic Seabold had like said.
Garrick just didn't look up because
Yeah.
rather than a kicking duel, I think the play was
Yeah,
Penrith
for a
come up,
20 or something.
yeah, either a 20-40 or you have Sub gunning down the sideline for it. But yeah, whether it be laziness. Oh, that's right. I'll be the only person in the world to call Dylan Edwards lazy somehow.
Ooh.
Either kick it back or run up in the line to make this play work, because I want to see more kicks like this. It's
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Good for the league, mate.
Like-
Like good for the media, good for everything. Imagine a kicking duel everywhere.
It came to my attention that Latrell Mitchell did this at semi-final last year between Roosters, but that was also for the let's hit the cunt.
Yes. I would love to see a kicking duel between like two really good kickers, like a Cleary Moses, where they just keep fucking
Yeah.
punting back and forth,
Yeah,
and the teams just have to keep running back.
or Adam Reynolds,
A Reynolds, DCE. I mean,
DCE, like just absolutely kicking it to
yeah.
and just awesome's back game.
That would be sick. NRL, Peter V'landys, sorting it out, make it
So,
happen.
grand final week, I want the halves that aren't in the grand final out of those four doing a foursomes back competition, and I want the sprint competition back.
Sprint competition. I think there was something about a jumping competition, like the wingers, like like a Ronaldo. He's probably gonna get pumped by like people like a Coates, a bloody Suali'i, like the tall blokes, man. They're
I want
good.
two jumping competition. I want an aerial competition with putting it out where your body's over the sideline. I want DWC to probably take that out.
Katoa wins.
Yeah, it's
hands down.
pretty close. To getting the silver. And then I want high jump.
High jump, yeah. And then obviously your hardest hitter. Mate, we need to make this happen, like a NRL Olympics hardest hitter. Like you have a tackle bag or like like a punching bag.
Yeah.
But you have like Ray Stone, you have Victor Radley. He'll obviously aim for the head, so you have to
Yeah.
have the scanner up high. But I think this is great ideas.
Like, somebody's got to be writing this down.
Write it
Peter, I
down.
know you love the podcast. Just get onto it. You
NRL
make stuff
Olympics.
happen. Get it done.
Get it done.
Talking about Ray Stone, another one that, and it's just how the game is created now. But fuck, he went to tackle that guy in the gut, the guy drops, he gets him in the head,
Yeah.
goes off for 10, fucking almost ruins. Sort of does.
It's tough. It's tough. Poor Ray. He put his head down and he kind of didn't look and just.
Yeah, but he was hitting him like underneath the sternum, like
I think it was it was the Roosters,
yeah,
Yeah, it was the halfback, not Mitch Orbison. What's his name?
yeah, Mitch Orbison too.
yeah, that's the
Drew
one.
Hutchison.
Drew Hutchison, that's the one. He killed it. He got like 2 tries.
Tries like
Yeah, good on you.
oh,
Good on
6
you.
tackle break.
Love your work, Drew. Other than that, we got more NRL talk, and it's the best part of the NRL talk because I don't have anyone to shut me down other than James.
Yeah, I was gonna
Cronulla
say,
Sharks.
If you go on too long, I think I'll just start on the
Back
next
on
topic.
track. Back on track we are. We've beat a top 8 team. We pumped the Titans. Arguably, they had a couple tries disallowed for the right reason. Like, they weren't tries, so shut your whore mouths. No, Sharks look good. Tricky Trindle got like a 3 try assist or something. He made Nico looked like he wasn't there because it was all the Trindle show.
That's I hate to, but that's probably the most impressive part. I think Nico had 1 try assist,
Yeah.
where in a game that you guys fun potential, expect Nico 5 tries, 200 fantasy points, and
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first game when we lost with Trindle Hines, and I was in the comment sections of the Sharks pages as I always do. But I was saying, give it a couple of weeks, like it's only going to help Nico's performances having another half who can set up tries and has a good kicking game as well. Like,
yeah, because although Nico's kicking game gets the job done, it's not elite. Grindles is better than his, so it's just a really good pressure relief.
with performances like that, I like Moylan's playing off the bench, and he played off the bench that game. He'll play off the bench this game, but I don't see him getting back in the starting squad. And there's talks of him getting squeezed out of the squad in general. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it happening.
I think he's sort of getting picked out of a bit of loyalty, but
Mm,
I don't know how long you can keep doing that. You like need to be used for 17. You need to have a.
yep.
When does Kennedy come back?
I think he's out for the season. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
cool. Because Connor Tracy's obviously perfect.
Ultimate utility.
Um,
he's he's also playing so well.
yeah,
I've said it a couple of weeks ago, and I'll say it again. He's our Dylan Edwards. He's running. He does all the small things, the 1%ers. Like I seen him like I think run like 2, 3 times in one set, and I was like, "Fucking hell, this guy's a machine."
yeah, he's very different to Kennedy, but
Yeah,
he has a lot of positive. He is similar to Edwards and Cuffo in the aspect that just keep trying. He won't die on a ball. He keep going at it.
the boy can play any, as we said, any position. He's definitely someone I'd pick up if I was another club.
Oh mate, when rumors of Parramatta picking him up early, I was frothing, thinking we throw him into centre, he'll do a job. Then if we get an injury, anywhere in the halves or fullback, easily would cover. So
So speaking of Parramatta, James, this is a touchy subject, I know, so I'll let you take over.
yeah, so very quick silence. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Paris season's dead in the water.
Yep.
As a para fan, it really hurts, but we've only got ourselves to blame. Not me. I wasn't out in the field or doing any of the dumb shit they were. But yeah. I mean, suspensions, losing games that they should have won at the start of the year. They've really just shot himself in the foot. Like obviously, you can't control injuries. But players like Sean Lane being out all year really hurt, especially possibly lost Papali'i. Like it's not
And near Coro.
yeah, and Niokore. Like the players that we lost last year was a bit of bad management, but at the same time, they had to keep so much cap space, knowing that they still had Brown and Moses to sign. Then, yeah, table that up with the injuries that we've had, and then the suspensions.
And a bit
Yeah,
of,
we
yeah, sexual touching
yeah that
can also hurt.
that really hurt. The timing of that, like I think at that time, ended up winning out him. Really hurt us. Then a week or so before he's due to come back, RCG decides to drop the knees in.
Yeah.
Devo decides to take a guy's head off. Just, like, I think RCG's missed like 12 games this year.
Like through Origin and
Oh,
like
yeah, even
in
more because of
yeah.
the Origin one. Oh, so maybe like
Yeah.
13 because groin. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
so like, I know these are all excuses, but it's more I'm just pointing to how it's happened.
Look,
Unfortunately, Moses has now fractured his cheekbone. Could we beat Roosters this week? Very possible. Penrith the week after without Moses is impossible in my opinion. But can we beat the bye though? That's a good.
yeah, pencil through Parramatta,
Yeah.
pretty much.
that bye is becoming really helpful. That Parramatta season ends a week earlier, and I can go up the wires, up the.
Just go to
wires.
Bali, mate. Just go enjoy your time
I
off.
was actually thinking about going to a pub in
Ah.
Sydney and just seeing what's out there with my hands or something.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, yeah. As a outsider looking in, Para pretty bad year. Like bad year injuries, which was tough, but in general, as you said, also you can't predict the future, but like losing Jake Arthur, your second
Yeah.
halfback, well, giving him away for mid-season, that hurts.
Yeah, so maybe I can bash, say, not me, because I've always been supportive of him, even on this podcast. It's actually documented. But yeah, the fans that bagged the shit out of him 7 weeks.
Yep. Who knows? Another couple wins there. You just
Yeah,
how close the draw was, you just don't know. It's a lot of if he say,
ifs,
she
buts,
say, if
whens,
could,
and
yeah.
maybes.
But up Cronulla.
Up
The
the Wars.
boys aren't here, so fuck the Dragons and the
Fuck, we
Tigers.
don't need to talk about. They were never. They never had a season. Parramatta at least had a season.
They're playing for something, the spoon. Tigers looks to have that wrapped up.
At least like Parramatta, I can look to next year and I go, oh look, already looks like he's ready to move into a decent position. Where Greg is, and that sort of replaces your Dear Cores and your Juicies. Losing them has almost hurt us more than Papali'i. That depth on the bench, that's so important. You would know as a Sharks fan, you gloat over the Sharks' depth in forwards.
Yeah, the Newtown Jets are flying.
Yeah, so that's about it. Try not to talk about Para anymore this season unless we beat both Roosters and Penrith and we're in the 8th spot.
Woo! Then we're gonna win the league.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, fuck yeah. Moses Moses. I'm all about the mustard.
Bastard, Dijon. Look, I give you a chance this week, but as you said, Penrith, too good. Too good.
Do you reckon they possibly rest all their players 2 weeks?
If they're beating you by 50 at halftime. No. Enough NRL talk, mate. We'll get into the NRL tips. This should be pretty quick. Pick the Sharks and it's gonna win. So, speaking of Sharks, mate, the first game, Cowboys versus the Sharks, 9th versus 5th. Who are you picking, Jack?
One of the hardest games. I haven't looked at the whole hardest game in the rest. Like, this is semi-finals football. It's 9th versus 5th, but what, 2 points? Didn't use something like that.
Yeah, pretty close.
Like Cowboys fresh off a bye as well. In still, Sharks finally hit a bit of form. I'll make it interesting. I'll say Cowboys.
Ooh, crazy. I'll be picking Sharks. We beat them by 40 last time. I think what's going to happen is he's going to do what he did for the Tigers versus Cowboys, where he put like posters up of like scores and stuff like that. But it's going to have the reverse effect because you can't win that good twice and like come back from that kind of deficit. So I think we're gonna do well, and I think 13 plus.
I think it's like the old the coach can't have too many blow ups in a year because
Yeah.
it stops having the same
Same
effect.
effect. Yeah, 100%. I think Toddy's used his one get out of jail card. And that was against the Tigers, 74-0. You want to say anything about that, Lucas? Oh, no, okay, he's not here. No, I think Sharks win. And I think Tricky Trindle, another masterclass, I reckon. Yep. Next game, Friday night. The first game on Friday, it is the Warriors versus the Seagulls. The Wars in great form. It is also in Auckland. So, James, who you picking, mate?
All on the Wars bandwagon. Selling a cheap Warriors jersey, hit me up because I am all on.
Hit us up in the DMs and we'll purchase
Be-
4 of them.
because who knows? They might be the only one of our teams in the second week of the finals.
Hey, whoa. When we make top 4, hear
Uh,
me, yeah. Yeah, I will also be picking the Warriors. I think Seabold's presentation gone to shit. I reckon Sean Johnson shows, Josh Schuster, the young buck, how to play half. Masterclass from
I
yesterday.
am looking forward to the battle of wily old halves here. One's much more regime, pretty stock standard. come closer to DC playing style, but still electric spark.
Luke Metcalf, that
Luke
is. And Sean Johnson's going really well as well.
Who?
He's I reckon he's the top tip for the Dally M Jams.
Metcalf.
Yeah, Luke Metcalf. He's gone. Sean Johnson, the Golden Boot winner. I love how that always gets brought up. Who else has won Golden Boots? I don't even fucking know. But Sean Johnson won one ages ago.
Big two of us a Sheck got one at some stage.
I can't tell you who got last year's one.
Yeah,
but we
Joey
don't
Manu?
know. Joey Manu, maybe, possibly. Speaking of Joey Manu, the next game, Friday, 8 p.m, the Parramatta Eels versus the Roosters. We already had a little talk. But James, do you think you stand a chance with this team?
Look, my head's telling me no, but I'm going for it. Just have to.
Got to stick true, stick loyal. I think the Roosters, like you guys are obviously both about the same position, but I think you both have so much to play for, but they have a arguably stronger team. So I think I'll go with the Roosters. Sivo's not back yet. When did?
Sevo and Campbell Gillard back this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's
Bit of a change
now. It's like just Moses out.
Yeah, and like their
and
halves
Zane.
aren't too anything to gloat about. I mean, Drew Hutchinson did play well last week, but I mean,
there's a good argument to say Dylan Brown's the best half on the field.
I was going to go there, so I'm going to switch it. I'm going to go Parramatta. I think I give you guys the chance, and
For me, it's just the worry of the outside backs. Like Billy Smith
Yeah.
was outstanding last week. Mine, like can our centre hold up?
is Simonson go back to centre?
I would imagine so. He would go back to centre. Russell gets off Devo's.
Oh, look, good luck to the Eels. Hopefully, gives you the best chance. If you can win this, totally up from here. Only up from there.
Yeah. I heard Penrith is a
Yeah.
pretty easy
Easy
win this time of year as well.
Next game, Saturday. First game on Saturday. Bit of a bludger.
I'll go back to the Penrith Power. Maybe we could get extremely lucky and Cleary gets sent off for the whole game again like last year.
That would be very lucky. Pay the refs or something, mate. But yeah, onto the bludger of Saturday. We got the Tigers versus the Dolphins. 17th versus 14th. Dolphins had such a great start to the season. They've kind of faded out. James, who you picking?
Look, so I know the betting market and just recent form would say the Tigers, but every single time you write the Dolphins off, they pull off something miraculous. I think they've got like 6 or 7 players out from last week.
Yeah, I had a look at their bench, and a couple people I don't think have played before.
And if there's anyone that can get them to win a game, it'll be Wayne Bennett. So I'm going with the Dolphins, $3.30. Eat that up.
Yeah. Look,
Lucas?
Lucas isn't here to back his team, so I mean they've been in the games. In most of their last couple games, they've been in it, and I still think the Dolphins are going to win. So, yeah, I think as you said, Wayne Bennett, he won't lose that many games in a row. He's going to get them fine. On to the next game. This is going to be a humping, and the odds say it 100%. At $9.30 at the moment. I can only see it going out further. The Titans are versing Penrith. I don't know if you've seen their spine, James, but boy howdy, is it a team list that I'm going to get it up for you because there's some players that I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
I heard rumors.
We got you got Keanu Keeney, who's been filling in at fullback for a little bit now. But then you also have Jaden Campbell in 5'8" and Tom Weaver in halfback against arguably the best team in the comp for 3 years in a row. James, your opinions on the game?
Yeah, so congratulations to Weaver on his soon-to-be NRL debut.
Oh, boy.
Really nice of the Titans, whoever the filling coach is, to team up for this one. I know it's because of injuries and stuff, but fuck, So Weaver's like another one of those Australian schoolboy halves that they seem to just all flock to the Gold Coast. I
Yeah.
think they just uh, catch him during schoolies and get him to sign a contract. But obviously high raps on him, similar to Sexton and Tanner Boyd. But yeah, coming up against Panthers for your first game, but Panthers might get lost because they won't know which half to fucking target because they've got a rookie on one side and a fucking fullback on the other. Who you going to run your second rowers at?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough night for Campbell in halves, like defensively. And then, as you said, this poor bloke's been put on his debut against the juggernaut that is Penrith.
Yeah, fucking give him a Dragons, give him a fucking Tigers, a Bulldogs. Why would you put him up
Well,
against Penrith?
lead him in at like 14th position and let him like slowly go, not straight into the fucking Dragons den.
Start off fucking 0-1 in your career.
Or
Thank you.
the Panthers jungle, should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it being 40 plus. I'm going 40 plus. What do you go, Jack?
Yeah. The question. So we all know Panthers are probably going to score a lot. Do the Titans score more than 12 points? That'll be my question to you. Titans have one of the better attacks, but they've also got a random spine.
They were
Panthers, the
shut
best
down
defense.
by,
Parramatta.
I don't want to say it.
Sharks.
The Sharks last week was 36-6, man.
Good point, and that was with everyone, but
Well, Foreign did go off injured.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's an absolute thrashing for the Titans. Good luck, Titans fan. Uh, look, always on to next year. You got the sightings as we talked about earlier, and Desi's coming. So
There's with that flowing locks of hair.
look forward to the finals. Doesn't miss out in finals too often. Sorry, Bulldogs fan. On to the next game of Saturday, the last game of the Saturday. It is the Dragons versus Storm, 16th place Dragons. I think it's going to be surprisingly closer than what it should be. This is just my opinion. I don't know. But I'm still going Storm. James, who you picking?
Yeah, last week the Dragons looked like a team that didn't know how to win. I thought that game was well there for them to win. I thought they were better than Souths in most aspects, but other than the refs. But yeah, Melbourne should be way too good. I think Melbourne's really clicking here since that Parramatta game, like where Grant and Hugh stepped up. Yeah, like Munster can do it whenever he wants, but last week all three of them were playing outstanding against Canberra. Typical Storm things. Find the fine form at the right end of the season. Pappenhausen probably plays another 80 in Cup this week.
He's killing it in Q Cup as well.
Probably plays 20 minutes off the bench or so the week after, ready to play 80 minutes round one of round one of the semis.
This is a question. Are you all aboard on doing that, or Meany, who's done the job from all season, got them to where they are? Are you gonna drop a bloke who's been in his best career form to
Look,
the bench?
if it wasn't possibly one of the best players in the game, might hold off and they wait till next year, but it could be the difference between them putting up a fight and beating a Penrith or a Broncos, or just being the third or fourth team.
Look, you're right. You are right. I do think Meany's been playing arguably. Look, anyone who plays in the Storm outfit usually steps up a year. So
Oh,
he's had a lot of tries. He had try assists.
he's had an
killing it.
outstanding year and wasn't such a stacked position. Bunch of teams calling out to him, saying what he's next year because he's been outstanding.
I mean, maybe Parramatta should look at.
Is that the X factor we need?
Oh, maybe.
He could play centre for us. Still into football.
You know, never know. You never know. On to the Sunday, James. On to the Sunday. The first game we got Newcastle Knights, high flying Newcastle Knights. I think was it 7 in a row, 6 in a row.
6 in a row.
Looking for 7 in a row, and they are versing the South Sydney Rabbitohs, 8th place. This could be a big effect on who finishes where in the ladder. I will be picking Newcastle. I'll let you pick now.
Yeah, so this is the other game. You know how I said the Sharks Cowboys was one of the games of the round for me. This is definitely the other one. Like it's semi-finals football, really. Like,
Jacko Hastings is named.
he's named. That surprises me, and sort of obviously don't know the bloke at all, but just going from his attitude and persona that he gives off, you would imagine if playing. So I'll go Knights because Rabbitohs have been horrible, but you just know they're just one play away or something like that from just turning it on.
I 100% think the same thing. Watching that game of Dragons Rabbitohs, mate, I will never get those 80 minutes back. I want a refund of my life because that was just abysmal. Their percentage of how many fucking complete sets was what I think it was like 33. Like it was just abysmal. Like and if they play like that, they will actually probably get their asses handed to them. But as you said, like they have some gun players, and all it's going to take is them to
Do you want
find a
to
bit of
pull
form.
up the team list just to check forward pack of Rabbitohs, see if they've got any of them back? Because I know they were missing 3 of them.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Vita Dull is back.
Still starting with Arrow and
Jack and Arrow, Kaloa Matangi, Post and Murray, Duncan, Pecam, Mawali.
yeah, it
So
looks like
Tavita's, yeah, he's in
named
the
on the
reserve.
extended, but yeah,
May sell that as well.
you'd have to imagine neither of them are playing.
Yeah, Hastings named. Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. But also, Adam Clune is he's down in the reserves as well, in case I guess if he's not
Yeah,
feeling up to it. It did look like a really bad hip drop / syndesmosis, but stranger things have happened.
yeah. Well, fuck, if there's anyone that knows how to come back from a hip drop, it's the guy that had his season ended last year.
Speaking of the hip drops and the bloke who did it, he's not playing for him this week, but it's Bulldogs versus the Raiders to cap off the week of footy Sunday. Pretty average game. James, who you picking?
Yeah, it's a game that's got absolutely no interest from me, but obviously the Raiders should. Dogs have horrible. They somehow got worse after getting all their players back.
Yeah.
So whether it's coaching decisions of starting with Peter Pangai and front row last week, or yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as you say, Raiders have everything to play for, which is why I'm going to go the Bulldogs.
Because when the Raiders have stuff to play for, they turn over.
This is a flip of the coin, to be honest.
Will I watch it? I will. Will I enjoy it?
Hopefully the Matildas are
definitely
playing.
not.
So
Yeah, good point. Good point.
hopefully that
Yeah.
happens. Broncos get their boy.
I'll be putting on my face paint for the Tillies at that time.
Face paint for the Tillies. Broncos by, that helps them out with injuries, I guess. Come back from that.
Yeah, do you reckon they bother resting anyone for the last round? Why?
Maybe Ren. If they don't
Yeah,
have
because
any
Renault
chance.
could come into the first game of the season, still be right.
Yeah.
Like a Reece Walsh, you don't want him having week on, week off, week.
Renault, they have Jock Madden as a replacement. He's killing it as well. So, yeah.
I guess you could give
Broncos.
like Payne Haas or Carrigan another break. Like they're not gonna fucking go to sleep.
You don't give Payne or Carrigan a break, mate. You just let him keep going. Carrigan is try-scoring machine. All right, that is the NRL tips. Hopefully you pick all the tips we did because we're going to get a perfect round.
That was last week. A lot of people ended up with the perfect round. Every single favorite one.
A couple people who use a joker. Good on them. I gave them tipping about halfway through the season, as I usually do. On to the best part of the podcast, James. Arguably the best part. The Couch Commentators, best bets. We'll head over to Lucas for his top tip.
Randwick this weekend. It is the return of the Wink Stakes and the official start of the good races coming back. Now, my best bet is going to be in Sydney. It's going to be race 5, number 10, Extremely Lucky. Currently paying about $3, guys. His turn of foot is just absolutely electric. In his first start for the Chris Waller stable, I expect him to absolutely fly home down the outside with his rapid turn of foot to get the chockies for us, guys. Once again, extremely lucky. Randwick, race 5, number 10. Good luck, punters.
Whoa,
What a
mate.
stinker.
Absolute, yeah, smelly that one. Oof. Hopefully he can get a win because it's been a while for Paul Lucas, mate. Actually,
Fuck him. I want to win. I'm more desperate.
I deserve it. Speaking of I deserving it, we'll go to Leachy's lock.
All right, punters. I've got the Leachy's lock for you this week. Race 7, number 7 at Randwick. We're going Parasol, paying $3.70. Good horse. Its only loss came in a Group 3 race. Came second. So it's very good. I like it. Good odds as well. Back it. Take care. Gamble responsibly.
Mate, that's a bet.
That was so much better than Lucas's one. Good work. Good work for
It's
picking
very
that.
good. Honestly, I think that wins and it wins comfortably, but also gamble responsibly. Dan.
Right, this week for Dan's Dumb Decision, I'm coming at you with another Saturday try scorer multi. So first up we got the West Tigers and Dolphins game. We're going Jermaine Asako, just the one try scorer. Then the next one we're going the Titans versus Penrith game. Then we're going Taruva and Stephen Crichton to score. And the next game, my boys, the Dragons, just up there, versus Storm. We're probably going to get pumped. We're going Coates and Ravalawa. I know Coates let James down last week, but Coates is going to score for me this week. Gamble responsibly and happy punting.
Wow.
Oh my God, Dan.
I didn't know you could say a number that low.
Yeah, like under 10s. That's crazy. That's wild. James, do you actually have anything to pick, or we going to cross and live to you as well?
I'm so fucking desperate on what I will bet on.
Look, we're all desperate punters, but hopefully this one.
All right,
gets us a win.
I have gone 2 try scorers, but it's paying $4.75.
Well, that's not bad.
It's in the Sharks Cowboys game Thursday night. Get it over and done with. Either my weekend's good or it's horrible. It is Kyle Felt and Jesse Ramian. Yeah, paying just under that $5 mark, $4.75.
I like it. I do like it. One thing I don't like, Cowboys players scoring. Not gonna happen.
So how could I forget? The Sharks' solid defense would never let in
we
a
would
try.
never leak tries at all. But that's the bets there. We have the Couch Commentators ATS. Whether we put it on the podcast, we'll find out right now. And if we didn't, well, fuck. Check it out on our
Unlucky.
Instagram. Check it out on the Instagram, guys. It'll be there. We haven't hit one yet, but it's around the corner. All I can see. Anything else you want to add, mate?
That's about. Oh, we went out for a game of golf over the
We
weekend.
did. We are Ambrose, actually.
Didn't play too well. Didn't sort of finish mid pack. That was all right.
Yeah, well, look, we're learning. We're getting better. A couple of good drives from you, couple of good drives from me. I did say I would send the ball to the stratosphere probably 20 times, I believe. One of them, I think, went straight.
So yeah, we're not Cam Smith yet, but we're getting there.
We
So
are
watch your
working
back,
on it.
Cam. We're coming for you.
Watch out, mate. Anyways, fans, the Couchies, the Couch Commentators, that's the podcast. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow our social medias. What are you doing? Follow them.
Got the best content in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Catch you later.